Greetings, I'm Professor K, and in this short video presentation, we're going to see how we can use Python to quickly and easily transfer files from our staging server to another machine on our network. Using Python's built-in SimpleHTTPServer, we can easily and quickly transfer files from a staging server to a target machine anywhere on our network. Of course, for this to happen, you would need Python available on your staging server. For this lab demonstration, I will be using one installation of VirtualBox, one virtual install of Kali Linux, that's our staging server, and one virtual install of Metasploitable 2, that's going to be our target. To help me stay organized, I like to always create a work folder on my Kali machine. So to create our work folder, just go ahead and right-click anywhere on your desktop, and from the context menu, select Create Folder. Now I'm going to call my work folder Work Folder, but you're free to name your work folder anything you like. Once you have that work folder created, go ahead and open it up. And over in the right window pane, you're going to create a new document. Just right-click anywhere inside that right window pane, and from the context menu, select Create Document. It's going to be an empty file. Go ahead and call that empty file payload.exe. Now once you have your empty file created, go ahead and open it up. Inside of the file, you're going to type the following. This is a fake payload. You are free to type in anything you like, but there must be some text inside of this file for this lab to work. Once you've done that, go ahead and close out the file, save any changes that you have made to the file. Once you've done that, go back to the file. Let's right-click on it, and we're going to select Rename, and we're going to change the file extension type to .exe, just like that. Go ahead and select Rename. Now you can close out your work folder. I now need to open a terminal inside of my work folder. To do this, I'm just going to right-click on the folder, and from the context menu, select Open Terminal here. At the prompt, go ahead and find the IP address that is assigned to your Kali machine. At the prompt, you can type in IP space ADDR, or you can type ifconfig. There's a number of different commands you can use to find the IP address. I'm going to go ahead and use the old standard ifconfig. I'm going to hit enter. I want the IP address that is assigned to my Ethernet 0 adapter. My IP address is 192.168.56.123. That is my IP address. Your IP address will differ. At the prompt, go ahead and type in clear. To check and see if we have Python running and what version we currently have installed on our Kali machine or our staging server, we can just type in Python space -V. Once you have that typed in, go ahead and press enter. Now for version 2, I have version 2.7.18. To check to see if you have Python version 3 running on your Kali machine or your staging server, you can type in Python 3 space -V, hit enter, and you see that I have Python version 3.9.7. Go ahead and clear your terminal. Depending on which version of Python you have running on your staging server, you will have two different modules. For Python version 2, you have the SimpleHTTPServer, and for Python 3, you have http.server. So if you want to use version 2 for Python, at the prompt, to start the SimpleHTTPServer, just type in the following command, Python space -m, and the following is case sensitive, SimpleHTTPServer. Once you have all that typed in correctly, go ahead and hit enter. And you now have a SimpleHTTPServer running inside of your work folder. Anything inside that work folder can now be accessed using HTTP. For this demonstration, I'll be using the newer module up inside of Python 3. So at my prompt, I'm going to type in Python 3 space -m HTTP server. Now, if you don't specify the port that you want the server to use, it's going to default to port 8000. I'm going to go ahead and accept that default port, so I don't have to type in anything for a port number. But if you want to change the port number, you just follow it up with a space and type in whatever port number you want to use for this simple HTTP server. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. For the server to continue running, you have to leave the terminal open. So I'm just going to go ahead and minimize. If your target machine is going to be a Windows machine and you would like to access those files up on Kali using your simple HTTP server, well, you can just open up a browser on any Windows machine and you can just type in the IP address of your staging server followed by the port number that your staging server is using. In this case, my staging server is 192.168.56.123. I give it a colon, and I'm going to type in that default port number for the simple HTTP server. Once I hit enter, I now have access to whatever is inside of that working folder. Let's go ahead and bring up our Metasploitable 2 machine. If you've not done so, go ahead and log into your Metasploitable 2 target using the username and password of msfadmin, all lowercase. So the first command that we can use to transfer files up to my target from my staging server is the Wget command. So I've typed in Wget, give it a space, followed by the IP address of your staging server, a colon, the port number that you are currently using for your HTTP server. Follow that up with a / and the name of the file. In this example, our file is called payload.exe. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And in just a moment, it comes back to the prompt letting me know that that command completed successfully. And I now have a good response back, and I have uploaded that payload.exe to my target machine. Now to confirm this, I can just type in ls at the prompt, hit enter, and you'll see that I do have the payload.exe sitting up inside of that root directory. Let's go ahead and remove our payload.exe by typing in rm, give it a space, and now the name of the file. So I'm going to type in payload.exe, and when I press enter and I do an ls, you'll see that that file is now deleted. The second command that we can use to transfer files from our staging server up to our target is the curl command. So I've typed in curl space -L, give it a space -O, give it a space followed by http :// the IP address of my staging server, give it a colon, and now I type in that default port number that is assigned to my HTTP server, 8000, give it a /, now the name of the file. So I've typed in payload.exe. Once I have everything typed in correctly, I'll just go ahead and hit enter. And it comes back letting me know that that transfer completed successfully. And again, I can confirm this just by typing in ls, hit enter, and you'll see that I have the payload.exe up on my Linux target. So in this short video, you were shown how you could easily and quickly transfer files from one machine to another using Python and using the Python module SimpleHTTPServer, or if you have Python version 3, HTTP.Server. There are any number of commands and utilities that we could use for file transfer, but this is a convenient down and dirty way of quickly moving files around on our network. Lastly, if you are having issues with getting files uploaded during a capture the flag exercise, you now have a new tool in your arsenal you can try. I'm Professor K. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.